Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So today I have a really pretty, inspiring for self-love, and yeah, so let's get started. 20-ounce tumbler, spray painted it black, and I am going to add just a little bit of epoxy. I have probably about 5 milliliters of epoxy here, and I'm going to add this to the entire tumbler, not all 5, but I think I add about 2 milliliters because I'm going to be using some chunky glitter. And so I want to add just a little bit more than I normally would so that chunky will stick to the tumbler. But I'm trying to stick mainly with having the thicker epoxy towards the bottom and the top, since that's where the chunky will be. So that is what I'm doing here, making sure that everything is nice and smooth before I set it aside to grab the glitters. So the first glitter I'm going to use is, I believe it says Rosebud from the Glitter Heart Co. This is a very gorgeous rose gold chunky glitter. And I'm just going to pour that onto the paper because I do not want to put these chunkies on the bottom. I just kind of want to sprinkle them with my tumbler tilted so it kind of cascades into the middle of the tumbler. I do want the glitter, the chunkier glitter, a little heavier at the bottom, but not full coverage because we are coming in with yet another glitter to kind of fill in those spots, but I still don't want full coverage on this tumbler. And I am going to do the same exact thing at the top of the tumbler as well. Now you could leave the tumbler just like this. It's gorgeous in itself. But I did want to add Sweetheart from the Glitter Heart Co., which is a gorgeous fine cut rose gold, to kind of fill in, but not completely. I still want some of that black showing through, even on the bottom, but just enough that it definitely gives it a little bit more fullness. So I do have my tumbler tilted and cascading it from that bottom edge upward so that it does kind of cascade into the middle. And once I'm done with the bottom, I will do the same thing up at the top. So once I'm satisfied with all the glitter coverage, don't do this. Do not use your bare fingers to touch epoxy, but I am laying down those chunky glitters to make sure that they're all laying flat. And then I'm going to set this off to completely dry. Once that's done, I give it 2 coats of epoxy, and then the bottom edge is a little bit more rough. So I am taking my sanding sponge and lightly kind of going in circular motions to kind of smooth that out. And any place that has some pokey bits around the tumbler, I am doing that as well. Cleaning this off with 91% alcohol. And then we're going to move into putting the decal on. So I made this decal, and I just put self. And then I put the words in the middle of self to kind of cut those out so that they had places to sit instead of layering the vinyl on. You could do it either way. But over this past year, I've gone through a lot of self-reflecting. And so I thought this was pretty perfect for this tumbler, ending the year with how I've changed as a person. I'm still the same person that I've always been, but just how I kind of go about things, how I deal with things, how I let people treat me. So this was just a reminder for myself and for anybody out there, that we are all worth it. And so I thought this was perfect. And these colors, of course, are just gorgeous. And I'm using a very light gray for the self word. And then for the words that cut into it is self-love, self-respect, and self-worth, which we need to love ourselves. We need to respect ourselves. And we need to know how much self-worth we have before we can expect anyone else to treat us that way as well. So this is just my little reminder, not only to myself, but to everyone out there. Just to show yourself some kindness. So here I'm pulling away this gorgeous rose gold vinyl. I believe I got this from Amazon. I haven't been able to find it again, but I will link something that I've used a lot in the past that is probably better than what I just used. So I will link everything in the description box below that I've used, or if I can't find it, I'll link something that will definitely work in its place. I hate this transfer tape. I'm letting you know now. I ran out of my normal transfer tape where I can actually see through it, and I hate this stuff. And this is kind of like masking tape, but it's on a big, huge roll. So I'm placing this right in the center of my tumbler, and then going to pull away the transfer tape. And then there was one little part that was giving me issues, and I really didn't need it, so I just pulled that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the words. Now I'm cutting the words individually because I had such a hard time seeing through where the word would go. And that's where the clear transfer tape would definitely be a lot more handy. So I place these words in between the cutouts from the word self, put that down, and then I did have to adjust like the little edges right here where they kind of laid on the vinyl, and I just moved it a little bit to go in between the lines where they should have been. And then I'm going to continue to add each of those words exactly where they're supposed to go. And this is what it's looking like so far. I am going to seal this vinyl with the CC DIY Quick Coat so that none of my vinyl lifts up. And I just needed one coat over just the vinyl. And then I added 2 coats of epoxy before she was done. And I absolutely love this. I think it's stunning. I love the glitters. I think it's just perfect, and it's definitely a reminder of just how much self-care we each need. And it's okay to think about yourself every once in a while before thinking about everybody else. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.